Hello everyone, welcome to Tathastu ICS. My name is Trija Garg and today we will be basically discussing GS3 for UPSC CSE Mains 2025. So, if you see here, this is our syllabus of our paper 4 GS3 where number 1 is technology. So here I have divided the whole paper into 5 themes. Okay, so number 1 is technology, that is your science and tech. Okay, number 2 is your economy. Okay, that is economic development. Okay, number 3 is your biodiversity and environment. Okay, number 4 is your security. Okay, disaster management I'm including in environment. I'll tell you why later on. And for number 5, it is agriculture. So we have 5 parts which are important for GS3 mains. Okay. Now, as per my analysis, there is a kind of a fixed pattern that you will see in your mains questions. Okay. So, for example, when we talk about the economy part, you will see that most of the times, since past 2-3 years, more than that, actually this has been followed. थोड़ा सा ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है, लेकिन ज्यादातर यही है कि इकोनॉमी जो है वो आपका क्वेश्चन 1, क्वेश्चन 2 आता है, which is a 10 marker. Okay, and question 11 and question 12 will be from economy part. Okay, then when we talk about agriculture, your question 3, question 4 will be agriculture, question 13, question 14 will be your agriculture. Now these are 15 markers. Okay, then when we talk about science and technology, question 5, question 6, question 15, question 16 will be from science and tech. Okay, environment and disaster management, you will see question 7, question 8, and then question 17, question 18. Okay, and in the end, internal security, question 9, question 10, and question 19, question 20. So basically, this is the pattern that you will see, and to validate this, I have the paper. Let's talk about the 2024 mains. This question 1, examine the pattern and the trend of the public expenditure. This is part of your economy. So as I said, question 1 and question 2 will be from the economy part. This is economy, food inflation economy. Okay, then when we go to question number 3, you will see here that land reforms, part of your agriculture. Okay, again the role of millets. Okay, part of your agriculture. Then question 5 and question 6 should be from science and tech. So here we have IPR, that is intellectual property rights. Okay, and then we have technology. Okay, employed for electronic toll collection on highways. Again, science and tech. Okay, then your 7-8 should be environment or disaster management. So here we have industrial pollution, environment, and then we have EIA, that is environmental impact assessment. Okay, again environment. Then your 9 and 10 should be internal security. So we have narco terrorism here, and then we have Digital Personal Data Protection Act, again internal security. Then should be your economy again. So we have labor codes here, and then we have UDAN scheme here. UDAN is part of your infrastructure basically. Okay. Then should be your agriculture. So we have irrigation system, we have buffer stocks. Okay. Then should be your science and tech again. So we have acute shortage of clean and safe fresh water. So we are talking about the alternatives technologies here. Again, science and tech, asteroids, science and tech. Then should be your environment or disaster management. So we have disaster resilience here. Okay, and then we have climate induced disaster. Clear? Now should be your internal security. So we have border. Okay, and then we have this one was social media as a security challenge. Okay, so if you see, this is the pattern that was in 2024. Okay, now again I will check with the UPSC mains 2023. तो इधर देखेंगे question number 1, question number 2, again economy. Okay, so here we are talking about economic growth. Okay, and MSMEs. Then what is the status of digitalization in the Indian economy? Again economy. Then the next two should be agriculture. So we have e-technology for how it helps with the farmers, and again land reforms. Okay, then 5, 6 should be your science and tech. So we have artificial intelligence here, microorganisms here. Okay, then should be your environment or your DM, that is disaster management. So we have dam failures here and we have pollution here, oil pollution here. Okay, then should be internal security. So again we have terrorism here. Okay, and then we have unmanned aerial vehicles. Okay, then should be economy again. So here we have unemployment, care economy and monetized economy. Okay, then should be agriculture. So here we have cropping pattern and then we have subsidies. All right, then we have science and tech. So we have a question on electric vehicles. Okay, and again then we have a question on moon. Then should be our environment or disaster management. So one we have on IPCC, that is Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, and then we have National Wetland Conservation Program. Okay, then should be your internal security. So we have two questions on internal security. So overall, if you see here, there is a pattern that UPSC is following. So why is this important for us to find out which, how many types of questions are being asked from each particular theme? So be it your or subject, I would say, economy, agriculture, environment, disaster management, science and tech, and then disaster management. Okay, internal security. So if you see here, two questions are being asked from your economy. Okay, two questions which are 10 markers and two questions which are 15 markers. So the total becomes 50 marks. Yes. Similarly for the agriculture part, two questions from 10 markers, two questions from 15 markers. Again the total becomes 50 marks. Okay. Then science and tech here, again two questions from 10 markers, two questions from 15 markers, and then we become 50 marks. Okay, then environment and disaster management, two questions from 10 marks and two questions for 15 marks. Again, it becomes 50 marks. And then in the end, we have internal security, which again becomes 50 marks. So what do we see here? Should we put more of our, weightage to the economy part? Should we prepare more for the economy? No. If you see all these 5 themes or subjects that we've divided, contain similar marks, 50 marks each. So you have to give same weightage to all these subjects. Now, if I talk about the subjects here, when we see science and tech, this is something that you have studied in your prelims. Okay. Then if we see environment, this is also you have studied in your prelims. Yes. And then when we talk about economy, economy is also something that you have studied in your prelims. Right? Now there are 3 subjects that are more main focused. For example, we have agriculture, we have disaster management, and we have internal security. So besides revising your economy, besides revising your science and tech, and besides revising your environment, you need to keep your focus more on agriculture, disaster management, and internal security, because you have to give equal weightage to all these 5 parts. राइट बिकॉज ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपने सारा ये सोच के कि इकोनॉमी और एग्रीकल्चर से ही हमारा 100 मार्क्स का आ रहा है तो लेट्स पुट मोर ऑफ अ फोकस ऑन दैट ओनली. नो, all 5 parts has equal weightage, so we need to being very vigilant, being very serious about all the 5 subjects. We have to prepare accordingly. Okay, so this was one. Now let us understand the syllabus, and through the syllabus let us understand what type of questions are asked in your mains. So first is our economy. Okay, when we talk about economy, this is the syllabus that UPSC gives you. Number 1, Indian economy and issues related to planning. Okay, so when I say Indian economy, here we are talking about what is the GDP, right, the economic growth part a bit, and also planning. Here planning means from your 5-year plans, that is 1951 when the first 5-year plan started, since then till Niti Aayog, and how the planning is done now. And considering that Niti Aayog has completed, 10 years, so it becomes a very important topic. Now, when we talk about the second topic, which is your mobilization of resources. In mobilization of resources, it could be financial through taxation, okay, through, controlling the money supply. It could be natural and it could be human. Okay, all these are your resources. Then growth and development. Here we have to talk about economic growth versus economic development. All right, and then we have employment, where you have to study the types of employment. You have to study, the labor force participation rate, LFPR, labor force participation rate. Then we have unemployment and the scheme that support these employment. For example, there was a question once about the structural unemployment in India. Okay, so these are the types and how the government is, finding out the solutions to tackle that kind of unemployment. Then we have inclusive growth. You will see repetitive questions from inclusive growth which are being asked. Now in inclusive growth, you have to study growth. What is inclusive growth? The growth that benefits all the sections of the society. All the sections of the society are basically able to participate in the growth of the country as well. They have equal opportunities and they are also able to have the equal benefits. Okay, so when we talk about the inclusive growth, particularly we are talking about the poor, we're talking about women, we're talking about minorities, the rural areas and the disabled. Okay, here another important topic becomes financial inclusion, the digital divide, the social infrastructure, where we are talking about health and education. So inclusion in health and education. Okay, the regional imbalance that happens in the gender disparity. So you have to talk about the issues that are related to the inclusive growth. For example, there's leakages in how, or it could be the policy implementation, the policies are unable to reach the targeted population, or the policies are ineffective for the target population. Okay, so these are the things that you have to study in inclusive growth. Then we have government budgeting. So here this year's budget, okay, that is for 25-26 becomes important. Types of deficits become important. The FRBM Act becomes important. Okay, the schemes become important. GST becomes important for you. Then we have effects of liberalization on the economy. So here you have to talk about, or you have to study the LPG reforms, the economic reforms of 1991. Okay, changes in the industrial policy, where you will talk about the policy shifts that happened, especially one in 1956 and 1991, the two important industrial policies. Okay, then the recent reforms, for example, the PLI scheme, that is production linked incentive, okay, becomes important for you. Okay, and how these industrial policy, this, for example, 1956 industrial policy had an impact on the industrial growth, or how the recent, PLI scheme is helping in the industrial growth of the country and, being able to achieve the vision of India of Viksit Bharat by 2047. Okay, then we have infrastructure. This is already given in detail, where we have written energy. You have to study about energy, especially the green energy here. Okay, then ports you have, roads you have, so Sabarmala and Bharatmala projects, airports, especially for example last year Udan was in news, railways, so you have to study about these. Then when we talk about investment models, here special focus should be on FDI, then should be focused on PPP, public private partnership, how the private part, how because of the this partnership the private sector gets the benefits. Why are we doing this? How will this help in the development of the infrastructure in the country? Okay, so this is what you have to study. ठीक है, अभी थोड़ा theme समझ आया. अब let us look at the previous year questions. Okay, let's talk about the 2023. So first we are talking about liberalization and industrial policy. Okay, you know that MSMEs are very, very important for the growth of India, right? So because when we talk about MSMEs, especially your micro and small enterprises, they provide employment to more than 11 crore people in the country. Okay, so this becomes important. Okay, so your manufacturing sector. Okay, again here we are talking about the industrial growth. Okay, we are talking about the special economic zones. Okay, then shift India's history, that when we talk about the countries, they shift from agriculture to industry and then to services, but India directly shifted from agriculture to services. Okay, so what are the reasons? Okay, this is after independence basically. Okay, then liberalization. Then when we talk about the Indian economy and issues related to it, so here we are talking about the care economy, we are talking about the monetized economy, right? Types of economies, then digitization in the economy. Okay, and employment is there. Then obviously, as I said, inclusive growth becomes very, very important. Okay, then labor productivity, economic growth and labor productivity. Okay, you know that India is a country that goes through jobless growth also. So this also becomes important. Then at this time, they asked about the methodology of GDP. And right now in the news, we are talking about the change of the base year also. So that could become an important topic as well. Okay. Then these are basically, you can make your own notes, okay, using the PYQs. You will see, for example, inclusive growth, intra-generational and intergenerational becomes very important for you. Just make this. Okay, so V-shaped recovery. Okay, so during the COVID time and after COVID time, India did a V-shaped recovery. Okay, then there are different types of shapes. There is K-shape, right? There is K shape. Okay, then there is your L shape. Then there is W shape. There is U shape. So you can do these, but obviously V shape was in use at that time, and that was the recovery phase of India. So that is why that was asked. Okay, so you cannot completely depend upon your current affairs. Current affairs can give you a hint, but PYQs and your syllabus is the main key to actually approach your GS3. Okay, then again GDP. Okay, then okay, this was on sustainable. Yes, see, then they have talked about the Niti Aayog and Planning Commission here, right? Again, inclusive growth they are asking you. So you will see repetitive topics here. Inclusive growth. Okay, I think inclusive growth is very important. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, financial inclusion. Okay, FDI becomes important. Okay, this is part of your infrastructure as well. Okay, then employment में आ गया. Okay, then उसके बाद अगर हम ठीक है बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट्स में थोड़ा आया था. ओके, बट अगर आप देखो कि ज्यादा स्टैटिक ही पूछा गया है, यू विल नो अबाउट इट. ओके, यू हैव टू जस्ट इंटररिलेट द कॉन्सेप्ट्स एंड अप्लाई योर नॉलेज. स्पेशली फॉर एग्जांपल हियर दे वर आस्किंग दैट वुड इट बी करेक्ट टू ब्रिंग एंड अडॉप्ट your capitalism for inclusive growth or not. So this is basically more of interconnection of the topics. Okay, then infrastructure में PPP आ गया आपका, है ना, energy आ गया आपका. Okay, green energy, the renewable energy. Okay, then infrastructure and inclusive growth they have connected. Then PPP again. Okay, smart cities and smart villages. Again, they're talking about the rural urban differences here. Okay, solar energy is there, FDI is there, PPP is there, FDI is there, PPP is there. So basically in infrastructure you have to focus more on FDI and PPP properly. Clear? Then comes your public finance. Okay, in this government budgeting part you will see they've asked you this was a very static question where they're asking the difference between capital budget and revenue budget. Okay, GST comes here, the public expenditure management, and if you see the public expenditure question came in your 2024 as well. So you will see a lot of repetition. So if you have prepared for all these PYQs, you will be able to basically approach the paper of this year as well, because there will be a lot of repetition of the themes. Okay, GST again. Okay, so long-term capital gains tax and dividend distribution tax they've talked about. Okay, this is all from the budget. Okay, FRBM as I told you, GST again. Okay, so the gender budgeting is there. Okay, so if you see, a lot of repetition is there. Even last year there was a question on your public expenditure was there, right? So you just have to go through your syllabus, you have to understand the syllabus, complete your notes using the PYQs, right? Now comes your agriculture. So when we talk about the agriculture part, this is the second theme, where number one is major cropping patterns in various parts of the country. So obviously here you will talk about the major crops, where cereals, you have pulses, you have oil seeds, you have sugarcane, jute. Okay, these are your major crops. Okay, then you will understand the regional cropping pattern. Is it monocropping? Is it multi-cropping? Is it ratoon cropping? Okay, and then changing trends. What are the trends that are being changed? For example, Sikkim became the first organic state, right? Organic farming state, fully implementing the organic farming in their state. Similarly, there are different states that are trying to do that, and the government is also promoting zero budgeting natural farming and organic farming. So these become important, and the factors that affect the cropping patterns, for example, it can be the climate, it can be the soil, etc. Right? Then different types of irrigation systems. So there will be two types here. One is the types of irrigation systems and these irrigation systems. Okay, so this you have to study. There is a question on irrigation, becomes important. Okay, then storage, transport and marketing of the agricultural produce and the issues related to it. So here you will talk about the storage, warehousing, cold chains, the issues, transportation. and the marketing through APMC or ENAM or the contract farming, right? Then e-technology in the aid of farmers, again the use of tools, the use of GIS, so the remote sensing, okay, precision farming. Then issues related to direct and indirect farm subsidies and MSP. This is very very डायरेक्ट एंड एक्चुअली इस पे भी क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. तो डायरेक्ट में अगर हम जाते हैं, हियर डायरेक्ट क्या होता है, डायरेक्टली आप प्रोवाइड कर रहे हो, ओके, जैसे कि इनपुट सब्सिडीज डायरेक्ट दे दिया या डायरेक्ट आपने कैश ट्रांसफर्स कर दिए. इनडायरेक्ट में क्या हो गया, फर्टिलाइजर, सब, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, ओके, एमएसपी, मिनिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस. अभी उस पे again becomes important because there were a lot of protests on MSP about changing the valuation of MSP from A2 plus FL to the C2 cost. Okay, then PDS systems again very important. इसके objectives आपको पढ़ने हैं, तो पूरा डिटेल में दे रखा है. Functioning, limitations, revamping, okay, PDS and buffer stock, part of your food security. Then technology missions क्या होते हैं, okay, then animal rearing जिसमें dairy, poultry, और अभी तो we are trying for the integrated farming system, so this also becomes important. Then food processing there becomes important, okay. इसके location, upstream यानी कि material input. Upstream मतलब what do you need to do the production, downstream means later on how the products get distributed or produced. So ये दोनों requirements, supply chain management and obviously the land reforms, okay, becomes important. Okay, so if you see here, देखो लैंड रिफॉर्म्स पे 2013 में भी आया और लैंड रिफॉर्म्स पे 2024 में भी क्वेश्चन आया. ओके, देन समथिंग व्हिच बिकम्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू इन एग्रीकल्चर इज क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न. ठीक है, अभी आप देखो सारा आपका सिलेबस ही होगा. ठीक है, डायरेक्ट एंड इनडायरेक्ट सब्सिडीज, ओके, ई टेक्नोलॉजी दैट हेल्प्स फार्मर्स, ओके, पब्लिक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिस्टम, food processing industry in India, upstream and downstream processes, integrated farming system, okay, land reforms again repetitive, okay, micro irrigation part of your irrigation, okay, National Food Security Act part of your food security, okay, crop diversification part of your cropping pattern and the crops, okay, then transport and marketing, okay, then food processing sector again, okay, जल शक्ति अभियान हुआ था उस टाइम पे for water conservation and water security, again part of your irrigation, okay, rice wheat system of success, basically it again talks about your cropping pattern, right. Then water storage and irrigation again, okay, again your food grain distribution system, okay, food processing sector again integrated farming system, repetitive, okay. Then Swaminathan for water engineering and agriculture science respectively, okay, that was the question. Then National Horticulture Mission, okay, right now we are also trying to promote more of horticulture and floriculture, okay, that the sunrise industry which was in the news in the economic survey becomes important for us. Cropping pattern, okay, minimum support price, okay. So अगर आप यहाँ पे पूरा देख रहे हो, water use efficiency part of your irrigation system, okay, crop diversification again, cropping pattern, food processing units. So आप पूरा देखो everything, allelopathy again part of your irrigation, okay. Then you have Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, land reforms again, okay, contract farming, direct benefit transfers, that is part of your subsidies, okay, APMCs, marketing, okay. So if you see here everything is from the syllabus itself, so पूरा ही आपका syllabus में है. अब how do we find out what can be asked? Obviously that hint can be found out from the news. जो भी थोड़ा न्यूज में था वो शायद आ जाए, उसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी बढ़ जाती है. लेकिन अगर आप देखोगे अभी तक हमने जो इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट की बात करें उसमें दो पार्ट्स हमारे, इकोनॉमी एंड एग्रीकल्चर, वो पूरा का पूरा आपका ज्यादातर स्टैटिक से ही कनेक्ट हो रहा है. तो आप स्टैटिक को तो बहुत अच्छे से करना पड़ेगा विद योर करंट अफेयर्स, ओके. इन द एंड वी विल डिस्कस द सोर्सेज, हाउ टू डू इट. देन comes your environment and disaster management, and we all know that it is studied with your geography, GS1, okay, we have to link it to GS1. So as per the previous year questions analysis, एक एक लाइन ही दिया हुआ है disaster management and environment में, तो लेकिन climate change becomes important, pollution becomes important, the acts that are related to your conservation becomes important, be your biodiversity act, और योर वेटलैंड्स कंजर्वेशन एक्ट, ओके, ये सब इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाते हैं। और आपका इन्वायरमेंटल जो इम्पैक्ट असेसमेंट है ये तो आपको अच्छे से पढ़ना ही है अलग से, राइट। एंड देन डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट में पहले तो हम जनरली पढ़ते हैं कि व्हाट इज वल्नरेबिलिटी, व्हाट इज हैजार्ड, व्हाट इज रिस्क, व्हाट इज एक्सपोजर, ओके, द डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट एक्ट। एंड देन स्पेसिफिकली वी स्टडी कि अर्थक्वेक आ गया है तो क्या कैसे करना है, हीट वेव्स में, लैंडस्लाइड्स में या फ्लड्स में, ओके। तो पहले हम जनरल समझते हैं देन स्पेसिफिक समझते हैं। सो दीज आर द क्वेश्चंस दैट आर आस्क्ड। तो अगर आप इसमें भी जाओगे तो पोल्यूशन हो गया आपका, राइट, ओके, वेस्ट हो गया आपका, ठीक है। ज्यादातर अगर आप देखोगे पोल्यूशन से ही बहुत क्वेश्चंस आए हैं, क्लाइमेट चेंज से बहुत क्वेश्चंस आए हैं, आपके EIA से तो आते ही है, ओके। सो दीज बिकम वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट, वल्नरेबिलिटी बिकम्स इंपॉर्टेंट, अर्थक्वेक्स बिकम्स इंपॉर्टेंट, NDMA हो गया, फ्लड्स हो गया, सुनामी हो गया, ओके, देन वल्नरेबिलिटी अगेन, देन क्लाउड बर्स्ट हो गया, यहाँ पे लैंडस्लाइड्स हो गए आपके, ओके। तो स्पेसिफिकली आपको समझना है एंड जनरली आपको डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट तैयार करके जाना है, राइट। नेक्स्ट कम्स योर साइंस एंड टेक, ओके। नाउ इन साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी सबसे पहले आता है साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट एंड देयर एप्लीकेशंस एंड इफेक्ट्स इन डेली लाइफ, एवरीडे लाइफ। तो इसमें जो भी लेटेस्ट साइंटिफिक डेवलपमेंट्स हो रहे हैं, बी योर AI, बी योर 5G, बी योर वैक्सीन एक्सेट्रा, ये सारा आपको करके जाना है। इनकी एप्लीकेशन समझना है कि हेल्थ सेक्टर में, इन एजुकेशन सेक्टर, इन ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, इन एजुकेशन कैसा होगा। देन यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इट्स बेनिफिट्स, यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इट्स रिस्क्स, ओके, एंड द गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव्स एंड प्रोग्राम्स, okay. Then the second part is more Indian specific, where basically we are talking about ISRO, DRDO, the COVID response, the innovations in biotech, nanotechnology or the engineering, okay, and also the recognition of the achievements of our Indian scientists in, you know, international forums or the awards that we've gotten, okay. So more Indian specific. And the last one when we see here, यहाँ पे आपका अलग अलग थीम्स दे रखा है ऑलरेडी, IT, स्पेस, कंप्यूटर्स, रोबोटिक्स, नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी, बायोटेक्नोलॉजी एंड IPR, ठीक है। तो पहले आपको ये वेरियस टेक्नोलॉजीज तो पढ़ना ही है। तो फर्स्ट यू हैव टू स्टडी अबाउट द एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ इट, द चैलेंजेस, द गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव्स, हाउ वी आर डेवलपिंग इट, ओके, एंड व्हाट इज द वे फॉरवर्ड, ओके। एंड देन IPR में obviously the types where we're talking about the, you know, copyrights, patents, okay, trademarks, GI, okay, and then obviously you have to understand the compulsory licensing, you have to understand the patent delay, the evergreening of patents. So these are the questions, these are the themes that you have to focus on. So we have AI, we have e-technology, Starlink will change the internet connectivity, so this is more current affairs related, okay. See the prices, okay, and achievements के बारे में भी questions है यहाँ पे, okay. 3D printing हो गया, okay, इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स हो गया कि इंडिया क्या कर रहे हैं, स्पेस डिफेंस से हो गया, ओके, स्पेस डिफेंस, हाँ, सिस्टम हो गया हमारा, बायोटेक्नोलॉजी हो गया, नैनो एंड बायोटेक हो गया। तो ये थीम्स आपको ऑलरेडी गिवन है, सो यू कैन लाइक कंप्लीट योर नोट्स यूजिंग दीज themes, okay. And our last theme is internal security. Internal security में सबसे पहला आपका आता है linkages between development and the spread of extremism. तो इसमें हमारी 3 parts main हो जाते हैं, एक तो left wing extremism, नॉर्थ ईस्ट इंसर्जेंसी एंड जम्मू कश्मीर इंसर्जेंसी, जो आपको पढ़ना ही है। उसके बाद अगर हम सेकंड पार्ट पे जाएंगे तो एक्चुअली पूरा ही सिलेबस है आपका, एक्सटर्नल स्टेट एंड नॉन स्टेट एक्टर्स इन क्रिएटिंग चैलेंजेस टू इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी, ये सब इसी के पार्ट है, ओके। देन बिकम्स योर चैलेंजेस टू इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी थ्रू कम्युनिकेशन नेटवर्क्स, रोल ऑफ मीडिया एंड सोशल नेटवर्किंग, जैसे हमने अभी देखा था प्रीवियस ईयर में भी इस पे ही क्वेश्चन आया था, ओके। साइबर सिक्योरिटी हो गया, मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, साइबर सिक्योरिटी एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट राइट नाउ, ओके। सो इसमें अगर हम जाएंगे साइबर सिक्योरिटी में, तो इसमें यू हैव टू स्टडी अबाउट द साइबर क्राइम, यू हैव टू स्टडी अबाउट द cyber warfare, you have to study about the cyber terrorism, okay, you have to study about the national cyber security strategy, you have to study about the measures, okay. Now when we talk about money laundering, okay, तो money laundering भी important हो जाता है कि what is money laundering, how is money laundering done, the challenge of it, okay, the prevention of money laundering act, okay, 2002, our enforcement directorate, that is the ED, FATF, ये सारी चीजें हमारे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है. Then security challenges and the management in border areas, obviously the borders, इसमें obviously हमारे जो borders है neighboring countries के साथ वो, और maritime borders, इसको आपको relate करना पड़ेगा with your international relations, and that is how you have to approach this. Then becomes the linkages of organized crime and terrorism. Now ऑर्गेनाइज क्राइम अलग से पूछा जाता है, टेररिज्म अलग से पूछा जाता है, साथ में भी पूछा जाता है टेररिज्म में टेरर फंडिंग भी आ सकता है, वेदर टेररिज्म कैन बी गेट कैन गेट कनेक्टेड टू योर मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग पार्ट. सो ये इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी हो सकता है इस तरीके से. ओके, देन ऑब्वियसली वेरियस एजेंसी, सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस, सीएपीएफ एक्सेट्रा. ओके, एंड देयर मैंडेट दैट यू हैव टू स्टडी. Okay, you have to, like Operation Sindoor आया, National Security Doctrine न्यूज में था लास्ट ईयर. ओके, स्ट्राइक्स हो गया, ये सारी चीजें आपको पढ़ना है. तो इफ यू सी हियर, यहाँ पर भी आपको यही क्वेश्चंस मिलेंगे. टेरर फंडिंग हो गया, टेररिज्म. ओके, देन आपका ये अनलॉफुल एक्टिविटीज प्रिवेंशन एक्ट हो गया. ओके, अगेन टेररिज्म हियर, मॉब वायलेंस. ओके, देन साइबर सिक्योरिटी, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक एज आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू. ओके, तो पूरा अगर आप देखोगे ना, आपका सारा का सारा इसी से बन रहा है. ओके, बॉर्डर मैनेजमेंट हो गया, आपका कश्मीर इशू आ गया. ओके, एज आई टोल्ड यू कश्मीर पढ़ना है आपको. ओके, देन सारा आपका यहीं से बनेगा. ओके, रोल ऑफ नॉन स्टेट एक्टर्स हो गया. ओके, ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्राइम पे भी आ गया क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे. ओके, साइबर डोम प्रोजेक्ट हो गया, साइबर अटैक हो गया, राइट. देन लेफ्ट विंग एक्सट्रीमिज्म पे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, एज आई टोल्ड यू. ओके, देन मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग पे हो गया, नॉर्थ ईस्ट इंसर्जेंसी हो गया. तो यही क्वेश्चंस अगर आप देखोगे यही रेपिटेटिव है, दिस इज व्हाट यू हैव टू कवर as per the trend of our UPSC. Okay, you will see repetitive themes here, you will see repetitive topics here, and अगर आप PYQs अच्छे से करके चले जाओगे and you cover your syllabus as we have discussed, I'm pretty sure that you will be able to handle the UPSC CSE Mains 2025. Now, what are the sources? See, the first thing is that please do not change your sources at the last moment. Trust your sources, trust your preparation. Okay, whatever you have studied, just keep revising it. You have to revise it completely. Okay, so trust your own sources. Do not switch to any new book. For economy, if you can refer to your class notes that you have prepared. Nitin Singhania is there. For agriculture, if you need more of insights, then you can go for Mishra and Puri. Okay, current affairs, budget and economic survey. Right? You can get the summaries of the both. Just cover economy through this. Okay, focus on the static part. We cannot leave the static of GS3. Okay, for environment, you can go through Shankar IS or PMF IS, and obviously your current affairs. Then for disaster management, go through your class notes, current affairs. If you have studied IGNOU notes for disaster management, you can go through that. Okay, or Yojana magazine. Then internal security ke liye, we have Ashok Kumar and Vipul. Okay, plus current affairs. And then for science and tech, go through your class notes and your current affairs. That is it. Okay, trust your preparation. Do more of answer writing as much as you can. Divide your mains, the syllabus into, these 5 parts. Okay, every day just keep revising the static part, try to relate it to your current part, and solve as many PYQs as you can. Okay, soon we will discuss the top 10 things that can be, that were in news and can be, okay, probability can be asked in your mains. Okay, as per the PYQ analysis, as per the trend, and as per the current affairs, so that we can get a hint. So my advice to you would be confident in your preparation. Do always, believe in your sources. Do not switch to any other source. Okay, if you haven't studied these books, you're studying your own class notes, believe that. Focus more on your PYQs because there are repetitive topics, and most of the part in the GS3 is static, which we can relate to current affairs, where we can use the current affairs. All right, thank you so much.